So this is a little video on how to increase the capacity on your mole. Oh, that's typical. Anyway, all credit to YouTuber El Guapo, as he's the one that I picked up this little tip from. So go and give him some love. There's a link to his channel in the description below. So the idea behind this is to adjust your bags. Do you know, almost every time I call my mole from the ASOP terminals in the main concourse, it ends up like this. Anyway, store it and fingers crossed it doesn't get destroyed. I actually managed to bring it back this time. Okay, we got lucky. We can recall our mole. As I was saying, so the idea behind this is to double stack the first 4 bags in your Argo Mole. It increases the capacity of the mole from 96 SCU to 144, which is quite a significant increase. But I found an interesting little, technically it's an exploit, so if you're not fond of exploits, just don't do it this way. Go to the refinery and buy extra mole bags there. Anyway, I'll talk about that shortly. To start with, the first thing you have to do is unlock all of your ports. In the mole, unlike the prospector, you don't actually get any indication that your ports are unlocked. So start up the mole, press the right Alt key and K, and that should unlock your ports, allowing you to remove your mining bags. So that's what I'm going to be doing next. Now, in the El Guapo video, he bought some mole bags and uses them. I, as I said, found an alternative, shall we say. But do bear in mind, it technically is an exploit, so if you're not comfortable with exploits, don't do it this way. Go and buy some extra mole bags. El Guapo has a nice little way of retrieving them from your elevator and your hangar. So what I've done here is taken the rear 2 mole bags off. And then I'm going to take the front 2 off, and for some reason I still haven't figured this out yet, but they have 2 misc compressed bags here, ore bags. I don't know what they're for. I think it's just spacers at the moment, but I don't know if they may be maybe it's for future use. Maybe the idea is that you have a compressed bag and swap it out. Perhaps in a later update we might see something like that. Anyway, the whole point of this is to double stack the mole bags, the front mole bags here. So what you have to do is, there are 3 positions in this now. So that's the lower one that you just saw flash in there. That's the lower one. We want the top one. If you don't slot it into the top one, there's not enough room to slot in the lower bag. I've tried a number of times to get all 3 bags in, but I just haven't succeeded yet. I can only get 2 in. Anybody that manages to get 3 in, leave me a little comment in the comment section below, please. In the meantime, it's a little fiddly. You have to sort of rotate the bag and try and get it as close to the top of the bracket as possible. Eventually, as you'll see shortly, it does manage to snap into place. Like I said, it's a little fiddly. That's the lower position again. You want the top one. It's just a case of messing it about a little bit. Again, that's the lower position. You saw it just flash in there. That is the top position you saw flash there. That's it there, and it snaps into place. Now what we need to do is slide the second mole bag underneath that one, and that will snap into place as well. This is the front bag, and again it's a little fiddly. You can just see the middle, the bottom and the top positions there. As I've said, I have not been able to get a bag to snap into the middle position when the top position is in place. I found that if you rotate the bag a little bit, it sometimes makes it a little easier to actually line it up and snap it into place. It doesn't seem to be what you would consider appropriate or normal, but if it's not quite lined up perfectly, you sometimes see it in the position where it will snap into place. That's it. It snaps in. Now we need to get the lower bag just underneath, and that's snapped into place. Now we do exactly the same on the other side. So this is just a repeat. Unhook the rear bags, place them somewhere, and then detach the front bags, place them somewhere, obviously within reach. Don't put them well out of the way. And then get rid of these misc compressed bags. It'll be interesting to see what they do with these in the future. So that's all of these misc orb bags out of the way. We now go through the same procedure we did on the other side, trying to line up the Argo pods with the top slot. I don't know why, but it seems a little easier on this side. It was a bit faster. Maybe it was just a case of actually I'd got more used to actually lining it up. Oh, nearly. Oh, there it is on the other side. I wasn't actually aiming for that one, I was aiming for the rear one there. And it's a little too high, so I have to bring it towards me again and straighten it up, slot it in underneath. And then the rear pod bait. Just be aware that if you do slot it into the middle position, you don't have enough room to get the lower bag in. There's just not enough room in the to slot the second bag in underneath the first bag, so it has to go in the top slot. Okay, now comes this little exploit that I've been talking about. So go back up to your pilot seat. Once you're in your pilot seat, make sure you have your power systems on. You don't need your engines on for this though. Go into your landing surfaces and do a repair. Wait until it's finished, and then you can go and have a look, and you should see that you now have all of your ore bags back in place with the 4 extra and the front 2 slots. Just before you take off and go and do some mining, the last thing you really should do is to store your mole and then recall it, which you'll see me doing here in a second. So store it. Wait until the caution banner has gone and your lights have come back on and the doors are completely closed. Otherwise it causes problems. Now that that's done, we can recall the mole and go and do some mining and come back to the refinery with 144 SCU of minerals. One last thing you should take note of: when you first go into your mole after doing this, you will notice that in mining mode it says 0 of 0 SCU available. That's just a display problem. It's not actually showing you 0 of 0. You'll see the 144 pop up as soon as you start to extract minerals. So have a go. Leave in the comments what you think of this little change. And as I've said, this was first time I saw this was from the YouTuber El Guapo. So go and give him some love. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe and like. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.